Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo. I'm a newbie cash stuffer living at over 6,000 feet, and this is the mountain budget. Today I'm going to be doing a very simple cash budgeting for the week. This is my first budgeting video, so I apologize if I don't quite have my system figured out, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the binders and my wallet that I know I am going to be stuffing and write down the category, the amount I plan on giving to it, as well as the denominations for that amount. And then at the very end, we'll tally everything up and we'll put all the information onto a teller slip. So that way it's easy for the people at the bank to help me. And my supplies are from the Aesthetic Dollar almost exclusively, except for my ASIO calculator and this pen I've had forever. And this is the Aesthetic Dollar's cash planning sheet, and I've only just started using it a couple weeks ago. Normally I work in an Excel file on my computer, but I will say there is something so nice about having paper and pen. So all that to say, let's get started. We're gonna start with my wallet, which once again, I believe I have cards in here, so let me remove them. Okay. So groceries this week, I was thinking about giving myself $200, but I went grocery shopping last week. So not last week, but just a few days ago. And so in order to make up for that trip, I'm bringing down my amount to $165. And what I'm gonna do is I'll put a $100 bill into my overflow for groceries, and then into this envelope in my wallet I will put a 50, a 10, and a 5, and that's easy. All right, gas is what I call is where I keep my tip money, and I pull that specifically from my tipping envelope from a different binder, so we'll just hold off on that for right now. Spending, I was supposed to get 90 this week, but just like with groceries, I did spend some money last week and I went over my current spending limit. So we're gonna chop that down to, I believe it was 65 was what I was thinking. And that will also be a 50, a 10, and a 5. Eating out still has some money left in it. Eating out is gonna get 125, and I'll put 100. Excuse me. I am really doing better. I just have a lingering cough and lingering sniffles, but for the most part, I feel so much better. So much better, which is honestly amazing, because at a certain point last week, when you're so sick with COVID, you're just thinking it's never gonna end. All right, and that I think is, oh no, okay, so household already has everything that it's gonna have for the month. I still need to do my Target run. I might actually go do that today because I'm just so desperate to get out and about. And then miscellaneous though is getting 10. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been considering getting rid of my miscellaneous and just having my spending envelope, because if I really think about it, my spending envelope is my miscellaneous. Sometimes I'm like, what even is the point of miscellaneous? I don't know. Most of the time I use it to further flesh out my spending. It's because I'm spending money on something random. I'm like, oh, I've got $5 in miscellaneous. This will cover the tax, you know? So anyway, that's my wallet. Next, we're gonna go into my giving binder, which again, if you want explanations, you can go and watch my binder setup video. Philanthropy, oh, I don't know, can you see that? I think that's a little off screen. Philanthropy is fully funded for the month. Project for Awesome is fully funded. Let's see, was kindness getting anything? Yes, okay. Kindness, ugh. Kindness is getting 35 this week. And that will be in a 20, a 10, and a 5. All right, and Indie Coffee House, that's getting 40 this week, but I really haven't been getting coffee a lot. So it was supposed to get 40, but it currently has, I think, $80 in it, which is so much. 2, 4, 6, 80. It currently has $85, actually, as it turns out. And I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to I think I'm just gonna give coffee 15 this week, so we get it right up to 100. Before, I used to just have a patronage envelope, that's it. And that was where coffee and indie bookstores and art and tips and everything was sequestered. And I have noticed that since I've broken them up into all these separate categories, I never have quite enough money for tips, and so I'm always pulling money out of other envelopes anyway to cover tips. All that to say, I think instead of doing 40, we're gonna do 15, which then means I want to up my tip by 25. Also, I forgot to be, oopsies, hold on, 165. I know some people do this during their budgeting, is they like kind of keep track of how much they are currently at for their budget. Indie bookstore books is gonna get 45 because books are expensive. So we're gonna do 2 20s there and a 5. And then patronage for local art. Local art. Local art's gonna get 20. And we're just gonna do a single $20 bill there. All right, now tips. I would normally be giving 20, but because we're taking the money we were gonna do on coffee and give it to tips, it's actually gonna get 45. So we'll do, shoot. Because normally with tips, I like to have it mainly in 5s and 10s, but you know what? That's okay. We're gonna do 2 20s and a 5. That's fine. Honestly, that's fine, because the main place where I've been not quite having enough tip money is when I go to eat out, and that's typically where I'm giving tips in the $20 range anyway. So that's fine, actually. Okay. Mom is fully funded. Father's Day. Oh, I got like a dog hair or something. I don't have a dog. That doesn't make sense. It's cat hair. Father's Day. It's just getting 5. Nice and simple. Christmas is fully funded. Okay, this gift is for my father, so Dad B-Day is getting 20. And I said I was gonna back off on stuffing my father's birthday because I'm getting so ahead, but I'm gonna start doing that in April, maybe, unless I forget. You know, you never know. All right, sibling birthday. S-B-Day. And this, I have 2 siblings, a sibling-in-law, and I'm about to become an aunt, so that encompasses all of them. And it's also getting $20. But I think in April, I'm gonna completely stop stuffing my father's birthday and take that budget and give it to my sibling birthday. So I pad this envelope out a little bit. And that's also just gonna be a $20 bill. Cora doesn't get anything this week, and neither does miscellaneous celebration. Okay. Oh, this is fun. And you know what? I do find that being on camera is helping keep me a little accountable. But of course I have forgotten. You know what? Maybe I'm not gonna have this as like a thing off to the side, because I know me, I will forget to do that. We'll calculate everything up at the very end, which I know that's a lot, but I will forget otherwise, and then I'll get confused and the math will go all wrong and wonky, and I just think it's a better system to leave it to the end. Vehicle maintenance, I'm just gonna write V&M because those are both kind of long words. Is gonna get $30. And I do think that's another errand I want to run today. I think I'm gonna go and get a really nice car wash, because my poor car has been so neglected this winter. I mean, not neglected. I have been driving the crap out of her, but she needs a spa day for herself. Happy Place is getting 20. Happy Place is getting 20. Lots of 20s this week. I think that's kind of going to be a theme with me, though. Emergency is, well, theoretically fully funded, but I've had to dip into my emergency account recently, and we're going to start restuffing that in April. 1 month ahead is fully funded. Debt is fully funded. That's just money I owe my sister. Shopping, these are overflows. So like this groceries overflow is where that $100 bill is going to go. And miscellaneous overflow is where maybe my dining out overflow will go. I don't even know why I have that one. I don't know. All right. That's all for long-term sinking funds. And I believe this is our last binder for the budget. Clothing is, oh, surprise, surprise, she's getting a 20. Hair and nails is not getting stuffed this week, which I'm fine with. Beauty is getting 25. All right, self-care is getting a whopper. It's getting 70. And we're gonna do that by a 50 and a 20. And the last time I did cash stuffing or unstuffing, maybe, I don't know, I talked about how excited I was to get myself a post-COVID massage. But in the light of the day, I've decided actually against that. I'm gonna let this grow for a little bit. I'm almost trying to see how long I can hold off before booking myself a massage, because the day spa that I love going to about 3 times a year will do these surprise sales where you can buy gift cards for 20% off. So if you buy like a $500 gift card, you can buy a $500 gift card for $400. Since I know that they do that, I actually have a goal to not spend full price on massages there ever, because I know that they will be eventually 20% off. And I had some moments of weakness earlier this year after I started doing weightlifting. I got really sore, and so I just really needed to book myself a massage and get some lactic acid worked out. But now I'm trying really, really hard, and usually the first of those sales happens sometime in May, and so I'm hoping I can actually build up over $500 in this envelope, and then in bulk buy a gift card that will then let me have, 4 or 5 massages for 20% off. So that's that. Now that we're no longer sick, well, super sick, clarity has returned a little bit. We're gonna try and save up. All right, birthday savings. B-Day. Me. It's getting $5 like it does every single week. Just slowly building that up. Oh, I have a new envelope, you guys. So it's another treat yourself tracker from the Aesthetic Dollar, and I specifically labeled it Aesthetic Dollar Spree. And the reason I've done that is because last week I got this close to spending a dumb amount of money at the Aesthetic Dollar, and I still spent quite a bit, but I managed to keep it roughly within like a budget that I already had for spending. But I realized that this is just something that if I don't have a tracker for, if I don't have a savings challenge for, it's just something I love to spend money on. I love spending money at the Aesthetic Dollar. I love her aesthetic. I love her design choices. And also I love cash stuffing. And whenever I get really into a hobby, I'm done with my money with it. So I'm implementing a new rule for myself that I cannot make another purchase at the Aesthetic Dollar until I have fully filled out this savings challenge, which is up to $300, right? So that's very generous. Long story short, Hobbies is getting $10. Oh, well, see, I'm already starting off generous with myself. Already starting off generous. That's hilarious. All right. Entertainment, this is like recreation. This is gonna get $30, so I'm just gonna label it recreation because right now it's labeled entertainment, but I like the term recreation better. And it's getting $30. Right now, I've got my eye on the prize for the Ren Fair. That's what I'm thinking about when I put money into this envelope. So that's gonna get a 20 and a 10. Oh, right, okay. Winter recreation. We're just gonna put winter. I talked about this a little bit in my cash stuffing, but in just a few days, the Icon Ski Pass for next year is going on sale. And so I know that I'm about to totally deplete this budget and way overspend it. I'm gonna have to pull from my emergency fund and then over the next few months pay myself back. Because the earlier you buy your ski pass, the cheaper it is. And I know unless I get injured or something like that, I'm gonna ski next season. So I feel like it's actually not that risky, but you know, maybe there's something I'm not accounting for. But it's getting $40 that is going to immediately be spent. Like we're talking like next week's unstuffing. Be prepared to see winter rec get totally obliterated. All right, Cutica. Is getting 25, and this one is growing at a nice steady pace. I almost emptied her in order to cover my Aesthetic Dollar cart when I was in the throes of my fever last week, but saner minds prevailed. I knew that the whole point of Cuticore is that I want to save up for like one nice item, 1 to 3 nice items, and not to go on a crazy shopping spree for stuff I don't actually need. Holidays is fully funded. New Year's Eve is getting 15. And that's it for my budget this week. Let's calculate it all up and see where we're sitting. I'll put this over here and I'll bring these over here. How is this video already half an hour long? Like, I really thought, oh, it's just a budgeting video. This will be fast. Oh, man, Mo. Okay, 165 plus 25 plus 10 plus 85 plus 15 plus 25 plus 20 plus 5 plus 5 plus 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus, oh, yeah, this is the risk, is that now I'm not entirely sure I'm catching everything. Plus 70 plus 5 plus 10 plus 30 plus 40 plus 25 plus 15. That seems off. Oh, I have found it. I actually was missing a 25 that I didn't write down here. I actually am planning to stuff 1 month ahead. So what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be right after Happy Place. I'm just gonna leave myself a little star right there to make sure that I don't switch binders just yet when I'm doing this stuffing. And we're doing 1 month ahead. And that is getting 25, because right, I keep thinking 1 month ahead is fully funded, but it's actually fully funded for what my budget is currently, but I am planning on moving into a larger apartment soon. And so I'm trying to build up my 1 month ahead to cover that rent. Okay, woof, there we go. Now let's add up the denominations. We're doing 2 100s. Oh, right, I meant to write this down as 885. So 2 100s, 3 50s, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I've already, sorry, I'm still dealing a little bit with brain fog from COVID, so counting and stuff is difficult. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 17, 18. 1820s, like I said, they're my fave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 10s. And then 5s, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 5s. Wow, apparently also a big fan of 5s. Now, here's the thing. I did want to talk about this. I got this a long time ago from the Aesthetic Dollar. By a long time ago, I mean a couple months. It's not that long. But I got this a long time ago from the Aesthetic Dollar. And I think her teller slips are so beautiful. The teller slips I was using before were just like ones that I got off Amazon. I will say, just if you're looking for an honest review, the printing quality on this is not the best. And I can tell it that even though I haven't opened this up yet. I just, like, from a comparison standpoint, look at how, I don't know if it's going to focus. Look at how clean and sharp those lines are. And then look at this. Do you see how they're kind of fuzzy? It's like kind of bleeding a little bit. I am gonna unwrap this just because I have almost used up my other teller slips at this point. So I think it's time to open this up. Ooh, I do love a little sheet like this though, but the print, the ink is just not as crisp, which, you know, at what level are we just nitpicking? But I don't know if it's even showing up on camera. I can see it in person. There's just a little bit of fuzziness on the text and on the lines that doesn't exist on some of her other items. So that's my honest review of that. I still think it's beautiful, but it just affects the feeling of professionalism a little bit. That's all. That's all. All right. So for our teller, and they always love when I bring these in. They're always so thrilled by them. We're bringing in 2 100s, which is equal to $200. Bringing in asking for 3 50s, which is going to be $150. 18 20s, which I believe is 260, but just in case. How do I multiply? Here we go. I was wrong. It's 360. Good thing we used the calculator. 11 10s. Now that one I can do. That's $110. And 13 5s, which my guess is that that's 65. Let's see if I'm right. There we go. We got one thing right. And now let's add the whole thing up again. 200 plus 150 plus 360 plus 110 plus 65, 885. Absolutely correct. There we go. Yay. 40 minutes later, we have a budget for the week. Thank you so much for watching. I will be doing my cash stuffing tomorrow, but this has been literally the mountain budget. I'm Mo, and now I have to go, but I appreciate you more than you know. Bye.